Hey everybody, welcome back to today's video. Today is the second video in a series that I'm doing on how to draw and how to paint. This is going to be one of the couple of foundational videos that I'm going to have for any of my series, whether it's going to be how to draw, how to paint, how to use watercolor. This video is going to be one of a few videos that are going to be the foundational videos on how to improve your artwork. The other video I'll put in a link right up here that's going to be talking about confidence. Today what we're going to be talking about is practice time. A lot of times people wonder, well, how much should I practice? Should I practice a half hour? Should I practice an hour? Should I practice 10 hours a day? I only have a certain amount of time each week. My recommendation and what I've learned from in the past from different professionals that do oil painting is the best thing that you can do is set aside some time every day, whether that's a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours. Don't worry about painting for 10-hour stretches every Saturday and that's all you have time for. The best way to improve is to improve a little bit every single day, whether that's painting for a half hour or 45 minutes. No matter what you're gonna do, whether it's painting or drawing, the best thing to do is to have everything set up, to have all your pencils out, maybe have a tray with all your pencils and your paper already set up, and so that way you don't have to work at it every time you want to draw. It's just there. It's the same thing with painting. You just want to have everything set up ready to go. That's going to be one thing that can detour you from practicing, is not having everything set up. As you can see in the background right here, I have my palette, and to my right, your left, I have another easel set up for drawing. I have a stand over there that I have still life set up on. So even though I'm in a confined space, I definitely try to have different stations set up. So all I have to do is get my pencils that are already in a tray, and I pull up my chair and I start drawing. If it's my oil painting, I have a Stay Wet. It's called a Stay Wet, STAWET. I'll have a link in the description below for all the materials that I use. But I have a Stay Wet palette that has a sealable lid. It's like a plastic container that keeps the oil paints fresh for a couple more days longer than if you just have them out. The main thing in order to improve is to get that practice every single day. If this is something that you want to improve at, then you'll make time for it. There's always going to be some sort of sacrifice. If art is that important to you, or if it's something that you want to do, something else will get sacrificed. There's only so much time in a day, and I'm not trying to say this in a negative way, but I think a lot of times people think, and I even think this, that, okay, I need to do 20 things in a day, and if I don't accomplish all 20 things, I failed at today. I failed to get my to-do list done. But what it comes down to is just having a consistent list of every day of time when you're going to practice. For example, it would be better to practice a half hour a day every day to get that muscle memory than just 2 hours on a Saturday or 2 hours on a Sunday. So the other thing that comes with the practice is motivation. A lot of times motivation is the key factor in anything that we do, whether it's drawing or painting or running or working out or learning a musical instrument. Many times motivation is what keeps us from going. And what I've learned through the years is that action precedes motivation. You're never going to feel motivated to do anything. I mean, I feel motivated to lay in bed all day, but that's about it. And so with art or with anything, whether it's music, art, or sport, you have to put yourself into action. And once you start doing it, I've noticed that I start feeling more motivated to draw. At first, I really don't. I'm putting everything aside and I don't want to do anything. But as soon as I start doing something a little bit in that arena of art, then all of a sudden it's okay, well, I want to do a little bit more. By you just starting, and even though you don't feel like drawing, even though you don't feel like running or working out or whatever it is you want to do, once you start doing it, that's going to start snowballing into, well, I just want to do a little bit more. And okay, I just got this done. Let me just add this. And all of a sudden that dreariness of starting is going to turn into 20 minutes of you drawing or painting. And then that 20 minutes is all of a sudden going to turn into 40 minutes. And then maybe after 40 minutes, you're tired, you're done. This is its own workout. It's a mental challenge. So if you haven't drawn or painted for a while, yeah, you're gonna get fatigued, especially with oil painting because there's fumes and you need to have ventilation. you're going to feel fatigued after 20, 30 minutes. Take a break. That's fine. Come back to it. And then you'll notice the more you do it, it's like running a marathon. The more you do it, the further you're going to go. The more you draw, all of a sudden that 20 minutes is going to turn into a half hour. That half hour is going to turn into 45 minutes. That 45 minutes is going to turn into an hour and a half. But only starts once you start. And as you consistently put in time, you're going to see improvement. So that's going to be my number 2 recommendation. My number 1 being confidence and believing in yourself, which I'll put in a link right up here again for you so you can check it out. But this is going to be my number 2, is definitely practice, definitely motivation. Action precedes motivation. Just get out there and just do it, even if you don't feel like it. Today I didn't feel like shooting this video, and now I want to shoot like 3 more because I'm in it and I want to keep going, and I want to set up for the next video. So it's the same thing. So that's what I want to encourage you with. Stay motivated, practice a little bit every day, and even though it's 20 minutes, that 20 minutes is going to grow every day. Whatever your schedule is block out every day where you're going to draw or you're going to paint or you're going to learn something. And that's the other thing. Your practice time doesn't necessarily need you to be drawing. If all you have time for in a day is a half hour or 45 minutes, well, maybe 45 minutes is watching an instructional video. Maybe it's looking up something on YouTube, or maybe it's going out and buying a book and reading that book on some sort of new art technique. That's part of the process as well. So again, don't be too hard on yourself. Be consistent, plan every day, work every day. Just action precedes motivation, and just a little bit every day, a little bit growth every day, you're going to be able to do it. And I believe in you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video on motivation and practicing. If it's something that you liked, hit that like button down below, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below on what keeps you motivated. What's your practice time setup like? Do you practice every day? Do you practice every other day? What keeps you motivated to practice? Definitely leave a comment below. Also, I have some links below that go to some books that help me with motivation, some books that I read over my years of drawing that inspired me or motivated me. So definitely check those out and help support this channel. And I appreciate your time. And remember, be kind to each other and keep drawing. See you next time. Also, I have some books below. Also, I have some links below that also